being in this room today, which is my big, beautiful room, art studio, living room, room with a view, dining room. No, today we're going to spend time in this room. So, for a long time, I wanted to film shoot a video in here with me, like there, and the camera would like zoom to where I was, and then I would talk about hoarding, and so I'll do that a little bit while I'm doing this video. But mostly on this video, I'm going to look through books. And usually this room doesn't have that light. And I just put it on so you can see me while I'm over there. But it seems to be flickering, which is irritating. So it's irritating my visual senses, my peripheral senses. So I might do some other things to, it's just the way my mind works. I'm thinking of listening to music that you can't hear. Like, if I can please my other senses, then maybe the flickering won't be so bad. I tell you, I could go through every other available bulb, which would mean switching out bulbs from one place to another, but I can just already predict that could potentially be a huge time waster, because maybe it's the lamp, maybe it's the outlet, maybe it's, I don't know, the cord to the lamp, just everything in my house is broken, including this refrigerator. Nothing works as it should, and I'm just beyond the ability to fix or care. All I want to do is get out. Currently, this fridge is at 30 degrees Fahrenheit. But the truth is, it's just inconsistent, because nothing, it freezes and it melts. So yeah, I don't trust it. The electrical in this house is messed up. Everything's messed up. So I'm gonna crank the AC down to 80. So that I can stay clothed in a lit room. And another idea I had is well, depends on where I put something. In yesterday's stream, I wanted to burn Palo Santo, and the room I was in made that difficult. Anyway, this is the best way for me to light Palo Santo, is to use a candle holder is right next to the lamp, so I'm not going to shine you right into the lamp, but I'm going to light a candle. This is from Twist, a gay club in Miami, which I haven't been to in many years. Oh, I'm sweating already. Oh yeah, light the candle first. Then put the sorry. Palo Santo is the wood. Oh, that's me and Richard Simmons. And this is the most expensive painting I ever bought. Expensive. Well, why not? Expensive. Palo Santo is a tree that grows in Latin America or South America. I believe. This is what I know about it. And it smells like incense. The wood, just burning the wood itself. Um, there are trees in North America, in my region of the US, that have a scent. I always notice, like, people don't like these trees called camphor trees, and when they're cut down, it fills the air with the smell of camphor, or like menthol smell, um, which is similar to eucalyptus. Anyway, I've heard that the um, enjoyment of Palo Santo, like basically I should feel guilty about having it, because I've heard that it, of course, is endangered and it's been commodified, and it is sacred to certain indigenous peoples. So I bought those before I knew that, but I still. So I've owned two small pieces, and I feel like, well, that's not so bad. But then I'm contributing to a system. I just don't know. I think it's difficult to fight systems as an individual, and I think that uh, systemic problems require systemic solutions. But I don't know where I'll be when I get to the end of my 2 pieces of Palo Santo, but so far I'm enjoying it and not wasting it. And I think that's kind of an important aspect of this theme about I'm talking this way because I don't know if people above or below could potentially hear me in the condos. I never hear others, so I guess no, but if it's okay with you, I'm going to use my ASMR voice. So what I'm thinking that I want to do is go through books. So step one is going to be clearing off a space. Everything, ADHD, everything requires like step negative 3, 2, 1 before you get to step one. And of course, I'm going to be intrigued by stuff. I have a vague memory of this. Buckle up for safety. That's very weird. This is something my dad gave me. He always gave me the weirdest shit. It was fun. I played with it as a kid, but it was always this. He gave me like 10 toy soldier. I think he gave me things that maybe he had when he was a kid, or yeah, well, that kind of makes sense. These go with the computer that's out that I moved out to the other room, the iMac G4, I think. Okay, there, I've cleared off space. Here we go, I guess. This shirt is kind of itchy, but I think I just have to live with it. Oh, so I'm thinking of sitting there, in which case we'll lower you. But so for a long time, I thought about doing a video on hoarding. During the way this room ended up like this is that during COVID, I made the decision to move everything from everywhere else into here to uh, to clear out the other rooms, and they were clean for a while. So that was a decent use. It seems like a really bad idea to convert the biggest bedroom into a junk room, but it worked. I think this might be a gay, I don't know if this is, yeah, this is a gay guide to the world. Wait a minute. US, Canada, Europe, Africa, South Africa, and Australia. So the English-speaking world may not be of use to me anymore. Even though all this stuff is online, it's still kind of interesting. I think I'm going to bring the fan in here. I'm too hot, even with the air turned all the way down to 80 degrees. I'll take you with me while I try to figure this out. I am in pain. Is there a difference between excuses and reasons? My ex, who was often very cruel to me, wanted me to do things differently. And when he would criticize me and I would explain sort of obstacles between, that were in the way, that's what obstacles are, he would accuse me of Oh, you always have an excuse. I'm not sure where to put this. I'm just hot. Okay. It's another one of those steps that have to be taken in order to get anything done. There aren't a lot of, this is a picture from 1901 of my city after it was leveled in a fire in the downtown area. I hope that ends up somewhere. Oh, this is one of my favorite paintings. It needs to go in the keep pile. That's what I did on yesterday's stream. Breathe and think. Breathe and think. There's a table there, but this is the only accessible plug. Let's not look too hard, but let's look for the most recent extension cord I touched. I moved an extension cord, an orange one, that was, I think, here on the floor. And I moved it so I would stop stepping on it. Where would I have put it? At the time that I moved it, I thought, I'll never use this again, but somebody else might get use out of it. Seems like here would it, yep. Okay, so we're going to, ooh, now the obstacle is, I think every outlet in this house is 3-prong, but it might not be. I call it a house. It's a high-rise condo. Does that matter? I don't think so. Yes, okay. Moving right along. Earlier today, I touched up my hair and got out the vacuum to pick up the hair. And okay, next step. Might as well move these to go with the computer that they go. Let's see. Maybe just pick up the whole box. One of the things about having a bad back is people will say that I shouldn't. I mean, they'll say, let me lift that or whatever, but I'm not 100% sure. Is it gonna? Gravity's so weird, I'm not sure of the connection between lift. I mean, it hurts all the time. So it's a little mysterious. Breathe and boogie. We're about to have air. I don't know about having it like right in my face. I don't remember whose shirt that is. It's not mine. think one part of the explanation for hoarding could include the fact that I do end up holding on to things from others. And that happens with the feeling that, like, oh, this could be useful. Oh God, now the light's blinking more, which is upsetting me. This is going great. Breathe. I guess it's because I plugged something else into the same outlet. Oh shit, the candle's still burning. I'm gonna redo the Palo Santo one more time. Blow out the flame. Jeez, I'm not tall enough. I got it. I'm not a pinch the flame type of dude. Okay, I'm gonna try to keep living. Another question I'm asking myself is, do I need my eyeglasses, my reading glasses, to look at books? We'll see. I'll start in an unexpected spot way down here. Just the one on top. Oh, monkeys are made of chocolate. I remember the story of this book. Exotic and Unseen Costa Rica. I got it for a group of friends who took a trip. And it turned out to be a bad memory. So I guess I don't want to save it. Although, I don't think I ever read it. I'm gonna need piles like maybe and stuff. But this big area is the nose, I think. Oh, stretch. I'm not gonna identify everything. Jeeves and Wooster DVD set, gift from my ex, my first boyfriend. T-Rex Trying, a gift from a guy I was really into, who wasn't into me but gave me a gift. It was my consolation prize. A guidebook to Dubrovnik. Dubrovnik is really cool. Seawolf by Jack London. And Black Beauty. Oh, you know what? If I put things there, I don't get to look at that box later, and someday I will. So let's go back to the original idea. Franny and Zoe by J.D. Salinger. Boathouse, Paddington, Guide to Venice, Beets, Shoots, and Leaves, Confederacy of Dunces, The Canterbury Tales, Short Stories of Robert Louis Stevenson, Of Mice and Men, Huckleberry Finn, The Bobbsey Twins, Sigmund Freud, The Interpretation of Dreams, and an old passport of mine. A cummerbund and tie set. Back there are magazines and a yearbook from my middle school. Now here are CD cases for oh, actually, oh, that's my sister and brother-in-law's wedding. The ones I don't want, I think I'll put back in the hole. To understand, maybe these were, this has to do with New Orleans Jazz Fest. So 2003, that's probably when I met Customizable Marketing Solutions Correspondence Kit. So weird. I had more thoughts on hoarding, but I don't have much steam, you see. It's hard to do things when you don't feel well. Did you know that? So I guess for the things that I want to move out of this room, I should put them in a box. And I have plenty of those. One of the reasons I have plenty of boxes is that there was a time when I was mailing art that I sold, and I thought that was a, possible living for myself. Yeah, I think the faster the better. That gets to be shared on social media. The Persian Boy. It's a pretty good gay book. Or at least I think so. I got a job and it wasn't that bad. This is amusing, I think. Cartoon book. I'm assuming this is going to be from like 93. 93. That's just coincidence. I don't think I need a telephone directory from 1987 listing everyone who went to my high school, but I'll put it in the share on social media column. The Dante Club, Rediscover Catholicism. This is that Ty and Cumberbund empty box. Dame Edna. Gin. A book that was a gift that I never read. The Power of Positive Thinking. Also a book that was a gift that I never read. From my ex. Isn't that offensive? Monty Python, All the Words. This is another gift. Too Much Light Makes the Baby Go Blind. Chicago Plays Inc. Changing Pitches, another gay novel. I may or may not have read it. Oops, I covered up the author's name. Resort Map. Oh, this is from a trip on my uncle's boat. There's no one left to share that with. The Harbinger. The ancient mystery that holds the secret of America's future. Sadly, I think this is nonfiction. Pat Robertson says it's extraordinary. Is it possible that there exists an ancient mystery that holds the secret of America's future? That this mystery is behind everything from 9/11 to the collapse of the global economy? That God is now sending a prophetic message on which America's future hangs? I mean, okay, I think this is a novel, but it's, wow, this is really dangerous, man. Or the people who read it are dangerous. Another gift I never read. Guide to Italy. And Venice. How to clean practically anything. Tim Tebow. This must be another gift from my uncle. New York City nightlife. I mean, that would be amusing to look through, but by a friend of Medjugorje. Another crazy person book. Important, avoid thumbing through this book. Do not advance to the pictures. Let the book unfold its truth to you page by page. You'll be glad you did. The pictures are terrible. I mean, like bad quality. The homosexual agenda. Exposing the principal threat to religious freedom today. I think I have to keep that one. French women don't get fat. I mean, that's a reasonably fun bookmark. This, I think, is great. Edward Gorey's Amphigory. Really fun drawings. Should give them to somebody. Should give it to somebody, but this is the script to when I officiated a wedding. I think this is what I held it in for the sake of whiteness being unobtrusive. Guidebook to Rome. The thing about saving things is that this is a good book. The thing about saving things is that, in fact, I referred back to this book when old Barbara Bush died because he made a good point about, anyway, you know, if you are holding on to things because you might need them someday, but you can't find them, then it's not serving any purpose, is it? Pretty cool.